Imagine being pinned down in a dirt trench, completely cut off from your unit. The ground is shaking under your boots because enemy armor is rolling directly toward your position. You radio for close air support. The military sends their multi-million-dollar stealth fighters, but they are flying at supersonic speeds, thousands of feet above the cloud cover. From that altitude and velocity, those pilots cannot see the enemy armor, and they cannot see you. This creates a terrifying vacuum for ground troops in a heavy firefight. You do not need a high-altitude bomber dropping guided munitions from the stratosphere. You need surgical fire support down in the mud. This front-facing silhouette of the A-10 Warthog reveals a machine that is wide, unaerodynamic, and entirely lacking in stealth. Yet this jet, designed in the 1970s, has survived decades of budget cuts, specifically because it is built to operate in that low-altitude vacuum. To protect troops in the dirt, the U.S. military engineered a specialized flying tank prioritized entirely for survivability. To understand how it survives, we have to look at how it fights. The A-10 is an extreme anomaly in aviation, a gun the size of a Volkswagen Beetle that happens to be equipped with wings. In this scale comparison, the massive GAU-8 Avenger dominates the A-10's internal space. It fires depleted uranium armor-piercing rounds at 3,900 rounds per minute. Adding contrasting force actors reveals extreme physics. The gun's recoil creates a backward force that actively slows the aircraft's forward momentum. Handling that kind of mid-air disruption requires an incredibly stable airframe. Where modern supersonic jets use swept wings angled backward to cut through the air, the A-10 uses massive straight wings. This side-by-side airflow visualization shows the advantage of that design. On the left, the straight wing captures air to generate extreme lift at incredibly low speeds, while the swept wing on the right requires high velocity to keep the jet airborne. Supersonic fighters burn through thousands of pounds of fuel in minutes to maintain that velocity. The Warthog's straight wings allow it to loiter over combat zones for hours at a time, moving slowly and acting as a constant guardian for the troops below. Achieving this presence at dangerously low altitudes requires a deliberate engineering trade-off, sacrificing speed to ensure a constant overhead presence. Loitering at just a few hundred feet places the aircraft directly in the path of sustained ground-based anti-aircraft fire. Engineers countered this threat with the pilot. The cockpit is wrapped in a 1,200-pound titanium bathtub. This titanium vault deflects up to 23mm armor-piercing rounds. If an enemy lands a direct hit, the operator is sitting inside a flying armored safe. Beyond the cockpit, the engineers made a highly unconventional choice regarding engine placement. Instead of burying the turbines inside, they mounted them high and outside on the rear frame. This 3D wireframe shows the exact purpose of that placement. The aircraft utilizes its own wide tail wings to physically block ground-based tracking lines, shielding the intense exhaust heat from infrared tracking missiles fired from below. But physical armor and heat shielding can only do so much. A direct strike that severs primary hydraulic fluid lines would immediately down a standard jet by severing its internal nervous system. The A-10 relies on massive mechanical redundancies. If the hydraulics fail, the pilot switches to a manual reversion flight control system, a backup network of literal mechanical cables and pulleys that allow the pilot to physically steer the 15-ton aircraft using muscle power. Once that plane crash lands, it undergoes what mechanics call dirt runway interchangeability. The engines, landing gear, and vertical stabilizers are identical from left to right. Combat mechanics can quickly cannibalize parts from broken planes to get a functional Warthog back into the sky in hours. The A-10 succeeds through a brutal engineering philosophy. It assumes it will take heavy damage and is built to keep flying even as it is blown apart. In an era of digital stealth warfare and hyper-advanced drones, this heavy analog relic remains a fixture of the modern battlefield. In the gritty, unpredictable chaos of a close-quarters firefight, technological hyper-sophistication becomes a liability. A single piece of shrapnel can blind a complex sensor array or fry a flight computer. Surviving those conditions often requires stepping away from that fragility, relying instead on brute force mechanics and sheer, uncompromising durability. As long as ground troops are pinned down in the mud, staring at an advancing enemy, they will need a machine capable of diving into the crossfire to save them. To see more breakdowns of tactical machines keeping troops alive, subscribe to Heroes and Arsenals. Next time, we are shifting from the skies to the shadows. We examine the ballistics and engineering that make the top 5 deadliest U.S. military sniper rifles the ultimate force multipliers on the modern battlefield.